Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Susan Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the state of Minnesota. Welcome to another Fast or Frugal Friday. Today we are doing Frugal. Let me see if I can find myself. I do. There we go. Okay. I like to make sure my video is working well. I do consistently use North Star Stamper on my social media, and you can email me, susan@northstarstamper.com, if you need to get in touch with me. So today we're using 6x6 pattern paper. Again, it's really common, so I think that's why I like to use it. So this was kind of the card that started it all. This is a little different than the directions I'm going to give you here in a minute. My basic grade layers here were scraps, so just to keep that in mind. But you can add just a few things and make a beautiful card. Is kind of my point for that card. Let me see here. So I used a pattern paper pack called Iconic something or another. It's long retired, and the paper pack had these colors: Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight, and Pecan Pie. So those are the colors you're going to see in all these cards. And I used basic beige for my card bases just to be consistent. These came together very quickly. So I'm taking a 6x6 piece of pattern paper and cutting it down into rectangles that are 2" by 3". So if you can see all the layers here, in this case the Cajun Craze, are 2 1/8 by 3 1/8, and there's a reason we're going to use those specific measurements. If you think about a quarter sheet of paper of cardstock, it's nicely even. So let me show you the card samples first. So this one I did use a blending brush to add some color to the background. I have a wide variety of cards, and these are all current stamp sets, not dies. So there's lots of options. Oh, this was plaid paper. I think that's still current. And a few more Christmas cards adding to my stash. Okay, so the paper I'm using today is from Florals in Bloom. And I just realized yesterday that this paper, and this is most of it, most of the patterns, I think there's one more. Anyway, all 10 current in colors are in this paper. So if you are curious about how the in colors match or coordinate with what you have, this is a great paper to get. Again, it's Florals in Bloom. And this is the piece we're going to use today. So, as I said, this is my frugal part of it. So you can see that these two pieces are a quarter sheet. I have this here to show you. So we're going to take this and we're going to cut it. So it's 6x6. All right. I know it's kind of upside down for you, or it is upside down. So I'm going to cut it at 3. And this is going to be 4. And 2. And we're going to do the same here. This one's 3. And we're going to cut it at 4 and 2. Notice I hold my hand on I hold my paper down with this plastic piece just to make sure it's secure when I cut it. Okay, so those are our pattern papers, and that's the front and the back. And now we're going to cut our quarter sheets, and this is Shy Shamrock and Darling Duckling. So these are 4 1/4. Half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. But before I do that, though, I'm going to cut 3 1/8. And this is 4 1/4. I'm going to cut it at 2 1/8. And this is going to layer perfectly what we just cut. So there's that. And then with this piece, I'm going to cut it down to 3 1/8. And 2 1/8. This is my scrap from that quarter sheet. I'll do it again. So if I cut this at 2 1/8 down the middle, I won't have enough across the bottom here. So you do want to cut the 3 1/8 first, this direction, because this would be your scrap, and we can cut that out, cut out a full layer. So that's the only thing I was thinking about that. So 3 1/8. So don't cut it down in the middle first, or you won't. Your scrap will be misshaped. So cut the 3 1/8 off first, and then cut that in half at 2 1/8. And there's our scrap. If you go back and look at my cards, I think I used that scrap. Whoop. So this scrap from my pecan pie is what I put behind my sentiment there. And this scrap with my cherry cobbler is what I put under my sentiment on this card. So I am using these scraps, so they're not really scraps, or they become part of the design. All right, so let's get these not put together. I'm not going to do the whole card. I'll just do, you know what? I'm just going to show you the pieces. So I'm going to layer the floral side on the Shy Shamrock. Oops. And I can pick and choose which ones I like, because I'm going to make 2 cards with this 6x6. This one is kind of boring, so I will use the back side for this. I kind of like this one better than this one, so I can mix and match and decide which front and which is back. So I'm going to layer these. Do I like those 3? I do. I like how the flowers are. And then I'm going to have these. I have already stamped on my envelopes, and I'm using white cardstock this time. So you saw this in the thumbnail. I won't show you this on video because that's not the point of these videos. And I have stamped this with Shy Shamrock, a stamped off Darling Duckling, and pecan pie, because those are colors in this paper. So I stamped just on a scrap, and then I used my modern oval punch, and that's going to go on there. And I'll add sentiments and all that too. So again, 2" by 3" rectangles of your pattern paper, and then these are 2 1/8 by 3 1/8, and that makes wise use of a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And that's your scrap, which you can use in adding designs behind your sentiment or whatever you're going to do with your cards. So thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. And I look forward to being with you next week. Again, I take requests. Thank you for your feedback. And I appreciate hearing from you. Take care. Bye. Oh, wait, one more thing. If you are looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can shop with me at northstarstamper.stampinup.net. Thank you. I appreciate you all.